together possess almost 90% of all nuclear weapons. The sizes of their respective military stockpiles, i.e. usable warheads, seems to have remained relatively stable in 2023, although Russia is estimated to have deployed around 36 more warheads with operational forces than in January 2023. In its report Squandered 2021, Global and Nuclear Weapons Spending, the international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons shows in 2021, the year before the Russian invasion of Ukraine, 9 nuclear armed states spent $82.4 billion on their nuclear weapons, more than 156,000 per minute, an inflation-adjusted increase of 6.5 million from 2020. Tensions are taking place once more between North and South Korea. Politics in South Korea are dominated by two main parties, the right-wing People's Power Party and the liberal-left Democratic Party of Korea. Relations improve between North and South Korea when the Democratic Party is in power, and vice versa. At present, the president is from the People's Party, but the National Assembly is strongly controlled by the Democratic Party. The US has 15 military bases in South Korea, including a more recent one in Jeju Island, which is the largest military base in the world. There have been many protests at these bases by Japanese citizens. The US, Japan and South Korea have been holding joint exercises along the Korean border, and North Korea, in response, has been building up its nuclear arsenal and firing rockets into the Atlantic. Both India and Pakistan have nuclear weapons. The main flashpoint is around Kashmir. The potential for escalation is always there. Israel has nuclear weapons. If they are willing to kill thousands of Palestinians, they may be also willing to use a nuclear bomb. Tensions are mounting between China and the US and its allies, Japan, Australia, the Philippines, and the UK, around Taiwan and disputed islands. The UK, US and Australia have signed the AUKUS agreement, which will lead to Australia having nuclear-armed submarines. Japan's military is building again, and the US has 23 military bases in Japan. The Stockholm Institute for Peace estimate of the size of China's nuclear arsenal increased from 410 warheads in January 2023 to 500 in January 2024. It is expected to keep growing. For the first time, China may also be deploying a small number of warheads on missiles during peacetime. Depending on how it decides to structure its forces, China could potentially have at least as many intercontinental ballistic missiles as either Russia or USA by the turn of the decade. Although its stockpile of nuclear warheads is still expected to remain much smaller than the stockpiles of either of those two countries. By far the most dangerous present situation is in the war between Russia and Ukraine and its Western allies, particularly with the firing of missiles made in the UK, US and Germany into Russia. Nuclear arms control and disarmament and diplomacy suffered major setbacks in 2023. In February 2023, Russia announced it was suspending its participation in the 2010 Treaty on Measures for the Further Reduction and Limitation of Strategic Offensive Arms, known as New START, and last remaining nuclear arms control treaty limiting Russian and US strategic nuclear forces. As a countermeasure, the USA has also suspended sharing the publication and treating of data. In November 2023, Russia withdrew its ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, citing an imbalance with the USA, which has failed to ratify the treaty since it opened for signature in 1996. However, Russia confirmed that it would remain a signatory and will continue to participate in the work of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization. Meanwhile, Russia has continued to make threats regarding the use of nuclear weapons. in the context of Western support for Ukraine. In May 2024, Russia carried out tactical nuclear weapon drills close to the Ukrainian border. No more Hiroshimas, thank you.